Hi and welcome to today's video. Today we're going on a mountain bike ride to a town called Albox and we'll have a look at some things along the way. Today we'll put questions on the screen but also in the description. So you look at the questions, you watch the video and you answer the questions. Then there's a focus on note taking. So, if you're doing an exam like Trinity College London's ISC exams, you need to know how to take notes. Then there are some more questions. Watch the video, answer the questions. The focus on negatives, because my students have been asking in class about negatives. So we'll have a focus today on negatives. Then I'll give you all the answers, and you'll all have done really well. And then that will be it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good luck with the questions. In this video, I'm not going to record the questions. I've put them in the description down below, okay? Or you can screenshot from here. Here we are at the Tower of Cantoria. It was built in the 12th century. We are now in the 21st century. That means it's 900 years old.
Well, we are here in Arboleas station. There's the motorway. Arboleas station is basically the end of the line, the end of the greenway, the Via Verde, because it hasn't been fixed up on the other side. So now from here we're going to head into Arboleas village. We're going to climb up to the top of it and have a look at another one of these towers. There we go. Below me, A2 level, is the river Almanzora, and behind me is another tower from the 12th century, and here is the Almanzora Valley.
Well, that's the first 7 questions answered. I hope it wasn't too difficult. Okay, in this next piece, you're going to see some video. And what I'd like you to do is to write some notes about some facts that you hear, as we would do in a Trinity exam. And remember, when we take notes, we write adjectives and nouns because we haven't really got time to write everything we hear.
When I left home, it was 7 degrees or 8 degrees. It's now in the 20s, 22, 23 degrees. So I took off, or I'm not wearing my jacket, my big gloves, or my snood. I'm now wearing my mittens. It's very hot. For the B1s, I have taken off my jacket, my big gloves, and my snood because it's very hot. Or for A2, I'm not wearing. Today I haven't really brought food with me. I brought a pear and some chocolate, but now I've stopped for a coffee and I'm going to put some sugar in it, and I'm going to have half a Spanish loaf of bread that's toasted with tomato and tuna, and then there's some olive oil and some salt to put on it. Obviously there's an ashtray on the table. There's always an ashtray on the table when you sit outside in Spain. So yeah, a nice typical Spanish breakfast. Right, well, here we are in the main square of Albox. There's a restaurant with some flats on top of it. There's a pergola, little place to get some shade. A fountain with some flags. A flag of Albox, of Spain, of Andalusia and the European Union. When we come around to the main square, there's a little playground with a slide. There's the town hall. There's a block of flats and some houses, a pizzeria. There's the church. I can't see if it's in the frame, if it's in or not. There's the church. There's where I've just had my toast and coffee. And we're back around. And then up there on the hill there is a cross. So there we are. And this is the bike shop I always come to. bike run sport in Albox, my bike shop.
Okay, I'm not going to record the questions. I'll leave them here for you to screenshot them or pause them, and I'll also put them in the description.
Behind me is Los Llanos Market. There's a market here every weekend. I think it's on Saturdays, I'm not sure. I don't usually go there. I think behind you can see the smoke coming up. That's from people burning their olive branches after they've picked their olives. They prune the trees and then they always burn the branches in the field. Oh well, here's the first roundabout on our trip, and it's of the sanctuary at Saliente. Who works in a monastery or in a church? What about a convent? Who works in a convent? Right, this is the second roundabout, and it's dedicated to transport people, truck drivers and I suppose taxi drivers. Who else would be a person involved in transport? You can see a cart. So this is the second roundabout. The first roundabout was for Saliente, and the second roundabout is for transport people. Well, this is our third roundabout, and this one is dedicated to olive oil production. So we've got an Almanzara olive mill. Okay, the third one, we're in the town of Albox. Well, we're coming into the town of Albox. Well, this is our fourth roundabout, and it's for firefighters. Here's a question for A2. What job would you like to have? I'd like to be a firefighter because I think it's interesting and a little bit dangerous, and also I think it's exciting. That's why I would like to be a firefighter. Alright, and what about this for a use of public space? Isn't it lovely? Question tag, isn't it lovely? I'm expecting you to say yes it is. I hope you say yes it is. It's where the clothes were washed in the past. They used to wash their clothes from these water fountains. And this is the sixth one. It's dedicated to ice cream makers, I suppose, or ice makers maybe. Didn't jobs used to be different? I don't think we'd see people doing this now. Huh? This is our seventh one for marble transporters. A lot of people in this area work in marble factories or in marble quarries, and are also involved in the transportation of marble. They transport marble.
Okay, here's something that comes up in class quite a lot, negatives, and we tend to make mistakes with negatives, but let's have a look, see if we can clear up some of the issues. 1. We use not after the verb to be. The verb to be, I am, you are, he is, she is, they are, we are, and so on. So I am not 27 years old. I am not 27 years old. She is not going to the party. We use not with the auxiliary verbs or modals will, can, have, should, would, could, may, and might. So what does that mean? That means he won't play on Saturday. Will not. Remember, we can say will not or won't. Won't is more normal when we are speaking. You shouldn't go there. You should not go there. And They can't speak German. They cannot speak German. And then we have negatives with don't or doesn't, if it's the third person, singular. We use don't with the infinitive or the present simple of the verbs. We say, I don't eat meat. I do not eat meat. She doesn't dance well. She does not. Remember, well is the adverb. Dance is a verb, so we need the adverb well, not good, which is the adjective. She doesn't dance well. They don't play football. They play basketball. He doesn't like cats. So third person, doesn't. Third person singular. He didn't like cats, but he does now. So I can use it in the past tense as well. I just change the do to did. And then it's the negative. So the verb doesn't change because I've got did is the past tense. So I don't say liked. And I played cards yesterday. So the verb changes into the past tense. But then I didn't play cards yesterday because did is the past tense. So I leave the verb in the present tense. I hope that clears things up for everybody. And now for the answers. Let's see how you've done. Number 1. Where is the first tower? It's in Cantoria. 2. When was the tower at Cantoria built? It was built in the 12th century. What century are we in now? We're in the 21st century here in Spain. So remember, we use ordinals for the centuries. How many hundreds of years old is the tower? It's 900 years old. Where am I going to head to after Arboleas station? Remember, head to is the same as go to. You're going to go to Arboleas village and the tower. 6. What is below me? The river Cantoria is below me. And what is behind me? The tower is behind me. How did you do? Did you get them all right? I bet you did. Okay, and here are some possible notes. You might have different ones. It's not a problem. I shall just leave these on the screen and you can look at them. Have you got the same or have you got something different? Okay, and now for the last group of answers. So question number 8. How often is there a market? There's a market every weekend. Who works in a church and who works in a convent? A priest works in a church and a nun in a convent. What are the different types of jobs in transportation? Well, possibly there's truck driver, taxi driver, chauffeur, delivery driver, bus driver. There might be more. Can you think of some more? What is the third roundabout dedicated to? It's dedicated to olive oil production. What is the fourth roundabout dedicated to? Dedicated to firefighters. Again, we can see the ordinal numbers, third and fourth. Do you like the fifth roundabout? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Be careful with questions that start with do. You answer with do. Yes, I do. No, I don't. You do not say yes, I like or no, I like. It's yes, I do. No, I don't. 14. What is the sixth roundabout dedicated to? The sixth one is dedicated to ice cream makers or ice makers. And the last one, 15. What is the seventh roundabout dedicated to marble transporters or marble workers? How did you do? Did you get them all right? Well, that's another video done. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you've any questions or anything you want to say to me, you can contact me on onyourbikeenglish@gmail.com. And remember, like and subscribe if you've liked the video. Thanks. Bye.